Okay, day 2 of the build. I'm actually having to keep the camera in front of that small halogen heater there, just so I can use it because the hard drive's getting too cold. What I've done now, everything's bolted in. The engine turns over. I'm currently working on the wiring. Got this wiring loom given to me a long time ago. I'm trying to figure out where everything goes. Where is it? Sorry. I'm guessing that single terminal there is the ignition switch. So that's your live. I'm going to test that out from running a battery. Not quite sure which terminal goes to which on here, but I'm guessing this probably runs off the... Well, that's probably the battery one, and that's your starter one, I'm guessing. So yeah, that's what I'm doing just now. I managed to get the hoods, got some bike cable there, made new hinge stop things with it. So I'm just having a bit of a nightmare doing all this. I've also managed to weld up an old exhaust because I had none that fitted this tractor, because it's got a special indent out the back of the canister, which I tried hammering into another one but didn't, so I've just welded the old one on. So I've got this to the point where I believe everything's wired up correctly. I've connected a battery to, this is going to be the battery terminal, that's the starter terminal there. Been using that as a ground with the jump leads. I've got it so the ignition light will come on, which is that red one, and I think the green one here, which I believe is the PTO light. Basically I think why it's not starting is because there's all these accessory wires which I believe need to be all grounded. So what I'm going to do is just tie them all together, wire them all together and ground them somewhere and see if that works. Hopefully it will. Okay, I've got to the point where I've got both, I think these green lights are both safety cutout indicator lights. I've managed to get to the point where this wire, don't know what it does, but as soon as I touch it onto this terminal here, it starts to turn the motor over. But that's without the ignition switch being turned fully round. So I'm a little confused. Not really sure why it's doing this. There's also these two not connected down there, but it seems to be okay without those. So I really don't know, to be honest. I'm gonna have to maybe build a new loom for this, as I don't like electrics at all. Not a strong point of mine. I wonder if I'd ground this. Nothing. And I've killed the lights. Okay. Well, I don't know. Confusing. Catch you later. Well, that's pretty much done now. Just need to wire the battery in. The battery's dead, but it should charge up, hopefully. This light eventually should tell me if it's wired right. So all it really needs now is petrol, and it should run. So give it a try in a minute. I've got the battery charger out again. None of these batteries have enough use to turn this motor over. So I'm going to leave this overnight and hopefully tomorrow morning be able to give this a start up. Hopefully. Later.